Domestic violence. So that's how I got here. One of the reasons why women stay, other things is support. Yeah, you can call the police and they will come, do what they need to do. But at the end of the day, they left you in that same house. Sometimes it makes it harder because now, oh my goodness, you call the police, so that's another punishment for you. There's too much unknown out there, so I'd rather stick with the devil I know than the angel I have not yet met.
I chose to get involved with Hope's Door because I truly believe in what Hope's Door is committed to.
And it's a cause that's very easy to support. And I toured the shelter, and once I saw the women and children that we help and that need our help, then I was convinced that it was an organization that I could get behind.
They are a very compassionate staff. They give back to their clients and their children, and I can honestly say that in doing work with them, that every single staff member leads with their heart.
It totally represents exactly what we want to do and bring to these women and children that have been neglected and abused. And first and foremost, obviously, it brings hope.
To me, it was really interesting the fact that such a at that time, a small organization was able to provide shelter to a lot of the women and victims to domestic violence.
And it doesn't just put a Band-Aid on the problem. They actually give them the tools to be able to face the issue, and then in turn give them confidence to get out of this situation.
Whenever I did get the opportunity to come on site, I was actually one of the males that got to go to the shelter and see firsthand, without asking too many questions, what these people were going through on a daily basis.
But I believe strongly in giving these women an empowerment, and I've seen the program work.
Hope's Door is a safe place where our youth can come to talk about healthy relationships and what appropriate relationships look like.
A lot of the children got to spend some time with them, just talking, and hopefully they're able to take away, what a male role model should be for them in their lives going forward.
So Hope's Door represents hope. It represents hope on many different fronts. It represents hope for the families that are impacted, the women and their children primarily. It also represents an opportunity for companies to be involved and to give back to those local organizations and really embrace the local community.
It means a light at the end of the tunnel. It means a future I never knew existed.
Well, they opened their doors and gave me hope again.
Hope's Door to me means giving women who have been victims of domestic abuse a second chance. Hope's Door provides the resources, the compassion, the caring, everything that they need to restart their lives. Not only their lives, but many of them bring children with them to the shelter, and it gives them a chance to know that there is good in this life.
It means shelter and safety for those that are in need.
It means opportunity. It means freedom. It means safety. It means an answer.
I think everyone knows someone that's gone through some sort of abuse, but it's never talked about. It's hidden. And so, we need to make everyone aware. And I think that it is becoming aware. And I know in Dallas, they really have a big push. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a huge, huge change in the way people see it. And that's why Hope's Door is so important to me. It is the thing, it's the way I help with that problem.
In society, we only relate to those sound bites where perhaps somebody's eye is blackened, or it's a physical altercation and the physical results of that, the injuries. And I fear that we don't think about all of those other types of violence, the emotional abuse, holding someone hostage financially, a person just not having the freedoms that he or she should have to be able to move forward. So for me, it means opportunity for a person to be removed from a situation that otherwise they may feel very much stuck.
I've been through a lot and was torn down, and I've taken their classes, which they offer, and their counseling that they offer. It just really made me strong.
Yeah, it's made me a stronger person. It's actually like reminded me who I used to be, you know. That'll get me emotional thinking about that, but yeah, it's taken me back to who I used to be before all the abuse.
One of our ladies that I was on the phone with for several hours off and on one day, I finally convinced her to come in. It was a few days before I met her. And she came up to me and hugged me and said I had saved her life. And I cannot tell you how that changed my life.
We can solve this problem as a society if we work on it.
One of the best ways to capture that is when we talk about the hashtag why I stayed. And you see the reasons these women stayed in abusive relationships, whether it be for their children or mental abuse that they suffered or financial constraints. To me, Hope's Door is the opportunity to eliminate the possibility that I had nowhere else to go as an answer.
Hope's Door has changed the way I see life, the way I see volunteerism itself.
For me on a personal level, I'm a father and also a husband, so makes you really validate, you know, the efforts that you're putting when you're here volunteering, but also makes you want to be a better father and a better husband.
It's given me an empowerment to speak out against something that was just silent for so long.
In my case, I work with clients and they tell me their stories, their lives, because I have to translate, I have to read their statements, and you know, we have to work together. And to be honest, that's tough. Whenever I have to know about their lives in detail, they tell me so many things, and it's overwhelming. But on the other hand, at the same time, I feel so much hope and happiness whenever I see a case resolved, whenever I see that they walk out of the Hope's Door with a happy face and with a life changed.
You know, you take for granted a lot of times that you spend with your children, even if it's small, and then you kind of put that into perspective, what these kids have gone through and the women have gone through. It makes you really feel that you've done something great after volunteering for them.
And all of the great people that I've met in this organization, they all feel a passion behind what they do. They want to get together with these women and let them know that they're here to help them, to give them the desire to do something and not just stay back silent any longer.
They're not sad anymore, they're hopeful, and they're able to work and they found a home on their own, and that kind of things make me happy, and that's why I keep coming over here.
And I just believe that the only way we're going to see a change in our community and in our nation and in the world is for people to unite together and speak out and give each other the hope and the security of knowing that there's a place to go.
When we talk about people being committed and bringing time, talent, and treasure, that you can see it make a difference.
And we need more Hope's Doors. We need it in every community, in every state. And there, you know, we know that it's a worldwide epidemic that we have to help. But I really believe in a little can do a lot.
To see their faces when we walk in with a hot cooked meal, that's really nice.
This little boy was running around and he was laughing, he was playing, he was in a safe place. And he looked up to me and said, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, it's pigs in a blanket." He laughed. He goes, "That's not any pigs in the blanket." He goes, "That's a hot dog and some bread." And then he went running around again. So, simple story, but that little boy did not come from a safe spot. And he was in this house, wasn't fancy, it was clean. He was provided food, love, And it just made it for me. That's what it means to me.
It's really something that we're really passionate about, making these women feel comfortable and making their lives easier for them to start over again.
But we can be the change. And if each one of us would just do something about being a change of something that we're passionate about, we're going to see something happen great. And I just believe in what this organization does, and I'm so happy that Love Life Foundation can be a part of it.
I'm proud. Hope Store makes me great. I like Hope Store.
What have I gotten since coming to Hope Store? Safety, peace of mind, security, hope,